a new day in Greek. The old day of learning to conjugate all the verbs, learning how to decline all the nouns is over. In fact, back when I took Greek, we had to memorize it all. So we had it in our head how to actually write the Greek sentences. But we're dealing with a dead language. A dead language that is frozen in stone. We have the received text. We have it before us every day, and all we have to do is translate it. So we're living in a new day for Greek. It's a day of computers, tablets, smartphones, and through these devices we can implant programming that will do all the lexicon work for us. So in one semester we will be able to learn to render the Greek into English that we understand, and we can acquire the skill how to do this in one semester. But it will last for a lifetime, because all you're learning to do is operate the tools that I'll be teaching you how to use. Okay, let's get started. First thing you're going to need to order is the book. The textbook I authored is Greek using the computer. You can find that in Amazon.com. The next thing you'll need is the app which we use for our lexicon, which is called Koine Interlinear Greek. And you can find that on Google Play Store, and that's an Android app. There is an Apple app which is called +A Greek, and that might do for you. I believe the Android app is better. Well, now that we've got over the introduction, we're going to get into focusing on what the course will be teaching. It will start with an understanding of what a lexicon is. We'll be using the information from lexicons, and so we'll talk about what a lexicon is. And then we'll talk about linguistics, which is really the study of language. All languages are built upon certain linguistic truths, and we'll find out what that is. And then we'll move on to the morphology. Morphology is the word that we'll have to understand the meaning of and learn to use. And so that the rest of our course will be into the morphology. The lexicon is a language's inventory of its vocabulary. It has definitions of the root word and the morphology of the word in use in the sentence. Now, the morphology is actually describing, for like a verb, it'll describe the mood and different things that are built into the verb. And we'll have to find out what that is so we know how to apply it to the verb, to the verse that we're translating. Linguistics is the scientific study of language. It builds the sentence. Syntax is how a sentence is built, and so we'll learn to do that. Now, morphology. Morphology is drawing out the information hidden in every word. In ancient Greek, nouns, including proper nouns, have 5 cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and vocative. 3 genders: masculine, feminine, and neuter. And 2 numbers: singular and plural. Verbs have 4 moods: indicative, imperative, subjunctive, and optative, and 3 voices: active, middle, and passive, as well as 3 persons: first, second, and third, and various other forms. Verbs are conjugated through 7 combinations of tenses. The infinitives and participles correspond to the infinite combinations of tense, aspect, and voice. But all of that is way too much to understand now. But as we get into translating the verses, you will begin to understand what all that means. In fact, you'll become the translator, and you will know how to do it by the end of this course.